Hello friend, today we are going to discuss about the law of variable proportion. That law is related to the production and that is applied in the short run. When we are keeping one factor constant and when we are keeping other factor constant and one factor increases, then what will resulted in the production that we have to see in this law. In this law, there are four factors of the production, but the only one labor is the active factor in the factors of the production, and other factors are the constant. When the labor is going to increases, and what will happen in production function we have to see in this lecture. So that means one factor is variable and other factors are unchanged. When we are going to increase one factor of the production, then the production is going to increase to the starting, and then that is going to decrease with the diminishing rate after some time. तर मित्रांनो, आपण आज या ठिकाणी द लॉ ऑफ व्हेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन, बदलत्या प्रमाणफलाचा नियम, उत्पादनाचा बदलत्या प्रमाणफलाचा नियम पाहणार आहोत. की प्रामुख्याने हा जो नियम आहे तो नियम अल्पकाळाशी अनुसरून आहे. अल्पकाळामध्ये उत्पादनाचे सर्व घटक बदलता येत नाहीत, कारण अल्पकाळ हा अत्यंत थोडा असतो. In the short run we cannot change each and every factors of the production, because short run is very limited period, and in this period we cannot change each and every factors of the production. So we can change one factors of the production, that is the labor. We can increase the proportion of the labor, and by the help of the labor we can increase the quantity of the output. So that is possible in the short run, but there is not possible to change in the fixed asset, change in the land asset and other things. So in the short run, other factors of the production remain constant, and only one factors of production, that is the labor, is going to increases. When labor is going to increases, then what happen actually in production we have to see here. Next explains the change in the total output as a result of change in one input is also known as the law of non-proportional returns. It is observed that as the unit of one input are increased by keeping others input fixed, the total production does not increase in the same proportion. तर या ठिकाणी काय लक्षात घ्या की उत्पादनाचे इतर घटक स्थिर ठेवले असता एका उत्पादनाच्या घटकामध्ये वाढ केली असता या ठिकाणी आपल्याला असं दिसून येतं की समप्रमाणामध्ये उत्पादनामध्ये वाढ होत नाही. लक्षात घ्या, वाढ होते पण समप्रमाणामध्ये होत नाही. उत्पादन सुरुवातीला वाढते आणि नंतर ते घटते, लक्षात घ्या. So the starting production is going to increases, but after some time that production is going to decrease with the declining rate, with the diminishing rate. So that is the concept of the law of variable proportion. We can understand the law of variable proportion. Yep, Benham has put it the concept of the law of variable proportion. According to them, as the proportion of one factor in a combination of factors is increased, after a point first the marginal and the average product of that factor will decline or diminishing. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी काय की लक्षात घ्या, उत्पादनाचे इतर घटक स्थिर ठेवून एका उत्पादनाच्या घटकामध्ये वाढ केली असता. लक्षात घ्या, म्हणजे वाढ केली असता काय होतंय की सीमांत उत्पादन सुरुवातीला काय होतंय की सीमांत उत्पादन घटत जातं आणि नंतर सरासरी उत्पादन देखील घटत जातं, असं या ठिकाणी या नियमामध्ये सांगितलेलं आहे. So we can see that in the table, that law we can understand very well by the help of the table. In the table there are fixed factors in proportion 5 and variable factors, that is labor 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, and total product by the help of them variable factors we getting a 5 to the first level of first variable factors we getting 5 production, second level of factors we getting 12 production, third 21 production, fourth level of factors 28 production, sixth level of factor 38 production, seventh level of factor 28 production, eighth level of factor 24 production. So we can see that the every step of the production, total production, the average production and marginal production going to change time to time. To the first level, marginal and average production and total production are also same. When total production increases, then average of production also increases. To the second unit, total production become 12, average production becomes 6, and marginal production becomes 7. To the third factor, total production become 21, marginal average production becomes 7, marginal product become 9. So that is the increasing stage. First stage, that is the increasing stage. In this stage, producer getting a increasing returns from the production. The second stage is the decreasing stage. To the second stage, producer going to increase to factors 5 labors. To the 5 labors there is total production 30, average production 6, and marginal production is 2. To the six uh, six uh, six factor used by the producer in the production function. To that level, total production become 30, average production become 5, and marginal production decline become 0. That is the decreasing returns. Producer getting a decreasing returns, and after some time, producer is going to increase the variable factor, that is the labor. He engaged 7 variable factors of labor and 8 variable factors of labor. He getting serially 28 total production, 4 average production, and -2 marginal production. To the 8 level of variable factor, he getting a 24 total production, average 3 3 average production, and -4 marginal production. So there is getting a negative returns, that is a diminishing returns. So according to this law, when we are going to increase one factors of production as like labor and other factors remain constant, then to the starting production is going to increasing, then that production is decreasing, and after that is going to diminishing. So that is proved by this table. We have to understand why that stages came in law. So तर त्या ठिकाणी अशा प्रकारचे 3 परिस्थिती या सिद्धांतामध्ये काय येतात की सुरुवातीला उत्पादन वाढतं, नंतर ते घटतं, आणि नंतर ते घटत्या दराने, नंतर काय म्हणतो की आपण उणे दराने घटत जातं. असं का होतं? तर लक्षात घ्या की सुरुवातीला या ठिकाणी आपण पाहतोय की बदलत्या घटकाची मात्रा ही स्थिर घटकाच्या मात्रेच्या तुलनेमध्ये कमी असते, तेव्हा त्या ठिकाणी त्याचा वापर हा पूर्णपणे चांगल्या प्रकारे होऊन उत्पादन वाढतं. पण जसं हळूहळू या ठिकाणी बदलत्या घटकांच्या मात्रा खूप वाढतात, तेव्हा त्याचा आणि स्थिर घटकांच्या मात्रा यांचा समतोल साधला जात नाही आणि उत्पादनामध्ये असमतोल निर्माण होऊन ते घटत जातं, डिक्रीज होतं आणि निगेटिव्ह रिटर्न्स मिळतात, हे लक्षात घ्या. तर हे असा नियम आहे. तर या ठिकाणी याच्यामध्ये 3 स्टेज फार महत्त्वाचे आहेत. फर्स्ट स्टेज ती म्हणजे कोणती आहे? इन्क्रीजिंग रिटर्न्स. सेकंड स्टेज आहे ती म्हणजे डिक्रीजिंग रिटर्न्स आणि थर्ड स्टेज आहे निगेटिव्ह रिटर्न्स. So we can see the figure of this law. In the law we have put the total average and marginal production on y-axis, and here is the units of labor. The AP is the average production curve, TP is total production curve, and MP is the marginal production curve. So to the starting, marginal, average and total production is increased, but after the marginal production is going to decrease before the average production, that is located in the figures, you can see very well. So that 3 stages came into this law. There is a one factor is a variable and other factors are the constant. So that is law over. Today's lecture is over. Thank you very much.